Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Hollow Knight Randomizer match. Today between homothety and Kanra. This is going to be an interesting one.
Absolutely. I am Cake, and with me is Tash, and we are going to have an amazing matchup today.
Two of probably among the best players in the tournament. Random Man himself, and of course Kanra. This is already looking at the board. It's going to be an interesting one. Let's actually see about counting down our racers. So, they should be off momentarily. They're going to be doing this race notably with hard difficulty scale. So this is going to be maybe a little bit more interesting to see some more spicy skips that we wouldn't normally see. So
yeah, it's going to be a good chance to see some of these very skilled runners show off some of their extremely cool game knowledge that most people might not know about. So neat skips, cool tricks.
And so let's take a moment to look at the board pretty quickly. We've got a lot of randomized goals on the board.
Yeah, I've been seeing some talk in chat about that.
Yeah.
And here we are, starting, well, outside of the crystallized mound.
Yep. So we're going to be starting and dropping down immediately into the resting grounds. So
this particular location, there's only going to be a few possible checks, so we should find something very soon that gets us out of the resting grounds.
Yeah, there are 4 possible locations. There's Dreamnail itself, and then there's the Dream Shield, there's Resting Ground Stag, and then there's Dirtmouth Stag. And one of those 4 will have to be something. And it looks like their timer didn't start correctly. I'll see if I can get them to...
All right, looks like we are getting Desolate Dive.
Yes, so that's
out of the Dreamnail item.
Immediately give them access to crypts. Looks like Conrad's just going to check a couple of the Essence Goals items and then move on. Not even bother to check all the rest. Homothety, meanwhile, is going to actually take the time to go through them all. There was Mark of Pride, there was Cyclone Slash, City Storeroom Stag, and a White Fragment. I don't think any... Oh, no, Mark of Pride is on the board, so that's a goal.
Did you happen to see how much essence that was? And a Dreamnail.
Oh, yes, that's interesting. Okay. And, of course, also Homothety and Kanra are both picking up Crossroads Stag. So that's going to be interesting to see, I think. Oh, and Lantern. Okay. Kanra picking up Lantern at that's Dirtmouth Stag? Yeah. Or no, Crossroads Stag, sorry.
Yeah, that was Crossroads Stag. And one thing that's always interesting with the random start locations is seeing how long it takes for our runners to get back to the Dirtmouth and Crossroads general hub area, which connects to a lot of shops and other places that are important for getting random goals. And so they got that Crossroads Stag early, as well as Dive. So they've got a lot of options to explore already.
Yeah, they can go in a lot of different possible directions. So it's going to be interesting to see where they go from here. They don't quite have access to Fungal Wastes yet, I believe, but Fungal Wastes or Green Path, which would
they have access to Green Path
via
the Balder Killer with Dive.
Oh yes, Dive is a Balder Killer. You're right. My mistake.
But you're right, they wouldn't be able to get to Fungal Waste as of yet because they can't go from Queen Station over, and they can't do the big jump to get from Hot Springs over to Lake Eater, per se.
Right, but in terms of goals, they can technically get to the /2 Shade Gates already. So I'll be interested to see if either of them go for that, or if they try going into some different areas, just try to keep finding progression and such.
Absolutely.
Or some of the many random goals that are on the board.
Honestly, I kind of like Kanra's play here better by going back to Crossroads, because with so many random goals on the board, I think going to shops early is a good idea.
Yeah. Although I would prefer to see Kanra actually going for shops. Oh, hey, she found the wraiths.
Ooh.
That's interesting. Unfortunately, still the only spell that... or the wrong spell, rather. The Vengeful Spirit being on the board, and Descending Dark also being on the board. Either of those spells would have given her... Oh, Crystal Heart for homothety. Interesting.
Got some fast movement already. Yeah, important to note about Howling Wraiths is that Kanra will be able to do a lot of air stall skips in order to make longer jumps than usual, so gives her some extra mobility here.
Also, what is homothety's... Is homothety using the tint mod? Random, like, the random screen tint or whatever it is? Because
The palette swapper?
yeah, the palette swapper.
Yeah, I do believe so.
Okay, so yeah, that would be why homothety's Crossroads looks a little bit different. Kanra checking grubs. Okay.
Kanra picking up an Agu from the grubs.
Yep.
Now homothety did go shops here, and with Crystal Heart, he will have access to Salubra right away. So this could be very big for him if he finds a random goal here. He'll also get to Slife first, most likely.
So grubs had let's see, what was it? The grub? I just missed what it was. Love Key and QG Stag, and also a Fireball at 20 grubs, which is probably not likely to come into play.
Yeah, most likely not.
Anyway, homothety continuing to check shops. Kanra finds Lurian at Iselda, but decides not to buy it, because infection is not necessarily something that you want right away. Especially not when you don't have anything else that would help you.
An infection can be useful for some movement here in Crossroads early, but I think Homothety's content with some of the options he's already got.
Yeah.
It's funny, I'm kind of lost, like, watching Homothety's screen here with the palette swapper. I'm like, which screen is he on?
It's hard to tell where he is, thanks to the palette swap. But yeah, he's currently just going through Crossroads, getting some grubs, it looks like. Just as he passes by. There is 15 grubs on the board, so we'll want that eventually. And Homothety is going to go ahead and check what's at grubs. Love Key at 6, QG Stag at 9, then Fireball at 20.
Kanra going for and nailing the Howling Wraith skip to get to Salubra, so not in the dark regarding what's at shops for now.
Nice work from her, yeah. And of course, Grimchild is at Salubra, but it looks like both players saw it, but neither of them decided to buy it. Quite yet, at least. Which makes sense, because it is a lot of money, and they don't have a whole lot to spare. Kanra buying Shape of Un to mark that goal.
Well, at least Shape of Un's not going to be a tiebreaker today.
Yeah. Okay, so
It'll be interesting to see what we do next.
Yeah, they've got a lot of different directions they can be going from here.
I'm having to think differently about this seed than usual because I'm so used to the easy logic. This is on hard, so progression can be in many different
anywhere.
places. I was going to say, Broodling Moloch is in logic because we have spells, and then I'm like, wait, it was already in logic because hard mode.
Yep.
Homothety going ahead and leaving Crossroads via the green path exit, and Kanra actually following. This could be bad for her. She doesn't have C-Dash, and she's going to be slower, and it's never good to be following somebody in Rando, especially, well, when there's other options to be explored, but we'll see. Maybe she takes a different path here.
I wonder if they're going to go for /2 shade gates, or if they're going to try to go through upper green path instead to do the checks near green path stag. So yeah, it's actually, by the way, where was C-Dash? I didn't actually notice it when Homothety picked it up.
That looks like he went via the route to King's Station, I believe. I forget if it was at King's Station proper or like the journal on the way.
Homothety showing off a nice dead guy pogo. Completely unnecessary because he could have just gone across the top, but still pretty cool. Going ahead and freeing some more grubs. And yeah, it looks like Homothety is going to be heading for the... actually, they're both going to be heading for /2 shade gates, given that they're going downwards first. It's just going to be a question of who can get there first. Homothety is ahead and has C-Dash, so I think it's pretty likely that he'll get there first, barring some sort of accident.
Homothety's going to have to fall into some acid pits here, I think.
Yeah.
Yes, Ira, comms do read chat. Don't worry.
Yes.
Kind of surprised. I actually believe Kanra skipped the waterfall bench, if I remember correctly.
It's not too slow to go from Stone Sanctuary instead. It's not that significant of a difference, really. Homothety slashes 1 shade gate. Kanra doing a wraith skip to avoid having to wait for the Durandu. Yeah, Homothety is almost certainly going to be getting there first, I think. Homothety with the first slash. Kanra with the first slash.
Homothety going for the autopilot seal. There's a small chance that if Kanra
could be
skips
close.
this...
Yeah. Oh, Isma's tier. Okay.
Kanra skip... Oh, no.
Oh, boy. They are very close.
Homothety
could come
could
down
use
to just
C-Dash here,
whoever
too.
marks it first.
Oh, no, they both took the hit. Oh, that is
And,
heartbreaking.
oh, Homothety marks it first. That's close.
You have to believe that Kanra's mouse cursor was on that bingo tile when that clicked blue.
Yeah. That was just a split-second snipe, really. Incredibly close. But now it's 2-2, so I guess we'll be seeing where they go from here. Homothety having picked up Isma's tier, Kanra picking it up right now. That could lead them to think of where to go next. But it looks like Homothety is going to be freeing some more grubs, I think. Or maybe going into Crystal Peaks.
Yeah, they do have dive, and they have lantern.
Homothety's going for the grub, it looks like.
I'll be curious to see what he does here.
Meanwhile, Kanra is going to be continuing through Green Path.
Remember, Love Key was a goal at 6 grubs, so
yeah,
rushing grubs here is definitely a good idea.
Homothety's already at 5. Kanra's at 4. So I guess it makes sense that Homothety's doing all of this, because he's about to get his 6th grub right here.
Yeah, Homothety finding that C-dash is definitely paying off quite a bit for him right now.
Yep.
Kanra's got to hope that she's going to find some movement here pretty soon at some of these upper green path checks.
Yeah, Homothety definitely has a good advantage at this point, thanks to that. Wrong item. Yeah, there you go. Love Key. And yet, Homothety hasn't marked it off yet. Yet, he has not ticked it yet.
Might be holding it just a little bit. I believe he's aware that Kanra does not have C-dash.
Yeah, but given that it's only 6 grubs, I would probably be marking it as soon as possible.
Yeah, same. I'm sorry, I need to step away really quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, that's fine. I got this. So Homothety's heading down into Fog Canyon. Oops. Dashes into the spikes. Just a vessel fragment here. Be interesting to see. I'm betting he's probably going to go to Leg Eater. Yep, looks like that's the direction he's heading. Kanra, meanwhile, is continuing down into City of Tears, so I'm guessing she's probably about to pick up the C-dash that Homothety found a little while earlier. Meanwhile, let's see what's at Leg Eater. Looks like Charm Notch, some Geo. That's Balder Shell has already been ticked off, unfortunately. Dream Shield is not on the board, I think. Yeah. Okay.
All right, what did I miss?
Not much. Kanra is heading down into King's Station, so I think she's about to pick up the Crystal Dash, and Homothety ended up marking Love Key. Well, Kanra is going to find C-Dash, but not have enough money for it, as it turns out.
You hate to see it.
Yep. I'm sure she'll be, I'm guessing she's probably about to go and kill Gorgeous Husk to try to get the money for C-Dash.
Homothety picking up Nail Master's Glory. That is another bingo
goal on the board.
So
and
far, that C-dash is just paying off for him.
Yeah. And a reminder that the players have seen, or at least one of the players, I think Homothety, has seen that Mark of Pride is at Essence. I don't know if Kanra actually... I know one of them checked all of the Essence goals, and the other only checked a couple and didn't see Mark of Pride there.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I think it was Kanra who only checked the first couple.
And they do both have Dream Nail, so as soon as they feel like killing some Dream bosses... I don't remember how much Essence it cost, but it is there. Hive Blood, another charm that's not on the board.
Kanra heading towards Kingdom's Edge. What's on her mind here?
Kill a Great Hopper, I think. Given that she has Isma's Tear, she might be... Yeah,
she can probably get over there, I guess.
Oh, is this... What is this? Is there a way to actually knock that guy into a position where you can pogo off of him? Oh, never mind. Kanra doesn't need to do that.
farming the souls for the race skip, I guess.
Oh, yes. Oh, right. That makes more sense. Yeah.
I just learned something new. Did not know that there was a jump there that you could do with air stall that Kanra just showed off. So nice.
I mean, it makes sense. And it is technically in logic, I think, given that they're on hard. Kanra, unfortunately, can't actually go back and check that relic because you need some sort of verticality to get back up there. But Kanra will be killing this great hopper, it looks like.
I just love the fact that watching homothety go through City of Tears right now looks like he's going through Deep Nest.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan of...
I'm not either.
It's too hard to tell where everything is. It's just... Yeah.
And Kanra going back to Ancestral Mound here. I don't believe we saw homothety do this, so this could be something.
I don't think homothety's even done False Night yet.
Oh, I think you're right. Homothety doing that coveted rafters check that so often ends up being progression.
It's just one of those items that Randomizer loves to put things at, but not this time.
I missed the Soul Catcher check. City Crest. Okay.
Yeah, City Crest. Nothing particularly useful since they already have access to City.
I don't know. I understand that City Crest is how you're supposed to get into City cash.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. But,
Homothety picking up the Rancid Egg, Vanilla Egg. Homothety, aka Randoman. Fix your randomizer.
see, maybe if you fixed your randomizer, you wouldn't be getting vanilla eggs.
Alright. Kanra getting some of these checks past Massive Moss Charger. I guess only one of them for now.
Yeah, can't get the other one without verticality. It's just a King's Idol, looks like.
I think we're just on the hunt for most likely vertical movement and maybe something else like Mothwing Cloak to help them out.
Mothety, meanwhile, going to be killing Massive Moss Charger, probably just for the Geo. Kanra going to be checking No Eyes, the No Eyes vessel or mask fragment. Might also be killing No Eyes while she's here, given that Mark of Pride is at Essence. I would not be surprised to see at least an attempt at that, but looks like maybe she might be giving it a pass for now. And it's just a mask charge. Oh, and Homothety is going to be getting 1,500 Geo in the bank.
Putting money in the bank, never to get it back.
Yep. Going to make it a little bit more difficult to get the spend 5,000 Geos, since putting the money in the bank does not count as spending it.
What is Kanra up to here? She might be trying to buy 5 charms.
Yeah, it might be. She might also want to go ahead and buy Grimchild, since that's a check that the players have access to but have not done. So just need a little bit more money in order to do that. I suspect Kanra is probably going to be going to Lem right now. Do some of the other the city checks.
Homothety gonna find his mask shard here in just a moment.
Yep. Oh, and Homothety is doing No Eyes, like I was theorizing that Kanra might do earlier.
Again, I believe he's informed about the essence.
Oh, yes, that's
goal,
true.
So
Kanra wasn't informed about the essence goal, so it makes sense that Kanra didn't actually do no eyes at the time.
and no eyes is a good 200 essence, so that's a hefty chunk towards whatever goal you're going for.
Yep.
I believe right now our runners could go for 0, Elder Who, and No Eyes that I can think of. So that's 400 essence that's available right now.
Alright, homothety killed No Eyes, and also Kanra has gotten her 5th charm, so she marks that goal off.
Kanra's selling to Lem, and we're gonna see what she picks up here.
I'm guessing she's going to be buying Grimchild. Yep. And then heading back to Dirtmouth probably to check that. Oh, and homothety needs 4 more essence in order to pick up Mark of Pride. Okay.
4 more.
Pretty easy with this dream tree right here. So
how convenient that there's a tree right outside of
Kanra finds another copy of Dive at Grimchild.
Oh my.
So that's Descending Dark. And now they're tied 5-5 as soon as we get the tracker updated. There we go. Oh, and just like that, homothety takes another goal. So 6-5.
They're kind of going back and forth on this.
Yep. And still no verticality. Gonna be interesting to see who gets that first, I think. Kanra going into Fog Canyon. Homothety's already been here, but oh, there's Mantis Claw at Hidden Station.
Oh no.
Where was Hidden Station Stag actually?
Was that at Essence?
No, I think it was a Queen's Station or something at Essence.
Chat, do you remember where Hidden Station Stag was?
Oh, it's at Spores. Okay. Well, Kanra is heading into Fungal Wastes, so hopefully she'll be checking it soon.
Well, homothety going back to Green Path here. Killing Vengefly King or getting any of these geocaches is likely going to give him enough money to afford that claw.
Geo rocks.
It was 300, I want to say, right?
Yeah, I think it was at the Stag, so it should be 300. Which means he does have enough geo already, but it looks like he's going to be...
I don't believe he had come up here to the...
he hasn't been here yet, so...
Station yet. So this makes sense for him to just do some stuff on the way, get some extra money, get a few checks before picking up that claw.
Yep. Kanra, meanwhile, is going into Crystal Peaks. I guess she can get the Darkroom egg here, but other than that, there's not a whole lot in here that she can get.
I believe she's going to run out of checks pretty soon, and she's going to be forced, I think, to go towards Queen Station Stag from Leg Eater, and we'll probably find that Hidden Station check sooner than later. But Homothety's probably going to get that first for sure.
Yeah. It's probably pretty likely.
Well, let's see what the egg has here for Kanra.
Yep.
An egg.
Would be nice. Yeah, would have been nice if it was something useful, but... And Kanra's going back into Green Path. This is, I guess she didn't do Hornet.
There's vertical for Homothety. It's going to open up a lot of options, surely.
Probably going to head to the Journal above Mantis Village. That's one of the easiest goals to get with having Mantis Claw.
Yeah, with C-Dash and Claw, I do believe Soulmaster is going to be available. Broken Vessel is going to be available.
Check is missed here, technically, I think. Actually, no, they don't have dash, do they?
I don't think they can do this.
If they had dash, then they could do a spike tunnel skip, but with just Z dash, I don't think it's possible yet.
I think they need a simple.
And neither of them has any simple keys, so. Yeah. And homothety is continuing to get, well, looks like he might have been continuing to get grubs, but then missed that jump and figured, okay, I'll just go get the relic here. Check the relic here. Oh, and it's King's Brand.
Ooh, okay. That's a big one, and it's unlikely that Kanra's going to check that later.
There aren't actually any goals in the Abyss, but there could be some checks in there later that would be important to get. Also, yes, some people in chat pointing out that on hard logic, the grub tolerance is 1 rather than the 3 that it is on easy logic. So,
well, I think with the movement set that we've seen so far, they can get
a lot of grubs. Yeah,
pretty much anything you need. All right, looks like Homothety's probably making a play here for Broken Vessel, would be my guess.
Yeah. Not even possible to check what's at White Palace.
Took the words out of my mouth. Exactly. I can't believe that Homothety doesn't love content.
Kanra doing a pretty quick job of killing Hornet 1. D-Dark is... Oh, wow. D-Dark is definitely useful for that.
All the dives so far.
Yep. She's found all 3 of them, in fact.
All right, Kanra, what's
the yeah, she's going to go... yeah, looks like it. Yep.
I was trying to think what else she could be going for there, but yeah. She's got to be wondering where Homothety found vertical. So
yep.
Probably just doing a process of eliminating the most obvious checks she can think of. Poor Moloch doesn't stand a chance, even when Kanra just has Nail. And now she has D-Dark.
And it's nothing. Meanwhile, Homothety is working on Broken Vessel. Please don't die to Broken Vessel, Homothety. That would just be embarrassing.
Homothety would never die to bosses in rando races. It's never happened before.
And Kanra currently fighting Shroomwalgers. She's probably going to be getting to Sporgs before too long. And hopefully after that finding Mantis Claw. So maybe she won't be too far behind. Homothety is still hard at work on. And as I say that, it kills Broken Vessel. Goes ahead and marks it.
I guess Homothety can get this Monarch Wings check before warping out of here. See if that yields anything as well.
And yeah, Kanra picking up Hidden Station Stag. Just needs to go and visit it in order to claim her Mantis Claw, since she already has enough Geo.
Homothety rewarded for defeating Broken Vessel with a Rancid Egg. You gotta expect here Homothety's going to go towards probably Soulmaster would be my guess.
Potentially. Yeah, he's currently at King's Station, so I think that's where he's going.
All right.
Kanra gets Mantis Claw. So, where does Kanra go next? Oh, it might be a race to Soulmaster.
Yeah. Not a race that Conra's going to have the advantage in, unfortunately, here.
Well, Kanra does have D-Dark. And Wraiths, both of which help a lot with killing Soulmaster.
That is true. That is true. I personally want to see D-Dark against Soulmaster here.
Yeah. I think Wraiths is probably the more important spell for Soulmaster.
Absolutely.
He loves to hover above you. I think despite Homothety's head start, it could still be close.
Chat pointing out that
Kanra's only a couple screens behind.
Homothety did pick up the Sprint Master charm and equipped that, so he's got a bit more speedy movement going on. Conra's stopping for the leg, or the lem egg. The leg check. Yeah, this one could be close.
Kanra freeing the grub along the way. Good for her.
Yeah, I think she's still got that, I think it was 20 grubs-ish for the Vengeful Spirit.
Yep. And of course, there's still the, 9 grubs for QG Stag?
Yes. Uh-oh, Kanra going and getting the toll bench here. This could cost her.
Yeah.
Homothety skipped this and went straight for Soulmaster.
Yep.
Ah, yes, 15 grubs is on the board. Thank you, chat.
Oh, yes, that also.
Also important to keep that in mind. Kanra not going for Soulmaster. She may be assuming that Homothety is doing that right now. And so she might just be giving up the goal in favor of getting some other checks.
Yeah.
I think
that might be happening, yeah.
She put 2 and 2 together and knew that he was already ahead of her on this goal because there's nothing else that's static on the board that she could be contesting, so.
Doing a nice pogo over that guy. I like it. Except a Wanderer's Journal, unfortunately.
And there's Wraiths.
Finding another copy of Wraiths at Spell Twister.
Anything in Soul Sanctum is very unlikely for Kanra to come back and check, so unlikely that she's going to get Shriek anytime soon.
Yep. Just imagine if Kanra had gone for Soulmaster, though. Having Abyss Shriek against Soulmaster is even better than just having Wraiths.
Yeah, chat. Crystal Guardian 2 is available. You would have to shade skip it, and it takes quite a setup. It's very reasonable to do if you have Dreamgate, but without it, not so much. I do think that Hellenist Crown might also be technically doable, but it's very difficult without at least Mothwing Cloak to go with this build. Because it requires a lot of like pogoing off of the little enemies that fly and shoot crystals at you. They're very annoying to work with as is, but without Cloak, I imagine that would be quite a pain.
Yep. Kanra now has Dash Master and Sprint Master.
Finding some zooms.
I think equipping them both at the same time actually makes them both work better, so she should probably... Yeah, she does that. Yep. Just for the extra horizontal speed. And looks like she's going to go check D-Dark. That's the only reason I see for... Oh,
We're just
she's actually just going through the rest of Crystal Peaks.
I was going to say, if she wanted to check D-Dark, she could just warp to start.
Yeah, true, because they did start there.
Yeah, I'm wondering what Kanra's doing here. She might be just going for the grub goal because Peaks is like the best place in the game pretty much to find grubs.
Yep,
It's
that would make sense.
also possible she could have Crystal Guardian 2 or Hellenist Crown on her mind if she wants to be daring with either of those static goals.
Both of which require some mildly tricky shade skips.
I mean, Kanra is really good at the skips. It's very likely she could pull something like that off. It's just, these are probably not the most convenient or easy things to go for here, but she might be feeling kind of desperate at this point to get a goal, so who knows.
Looks like she's skipping past Crystal Guardian. Not entirely sure what she's planning here.
Homothety coming into Peaks from above. This is something that... Let's see. Yeah, he can C-dash over to the egg check here. This is something Kanra did not get, I'm pretty sure. Okay, just a seal.
Just a seal, though.
Kanra going for crown. Let's see how this goes. I'm kind of curious to see some of these pogos and whatnot that are going to be required here. This area of the game is very difficult to navigate through without taking lots of damage, so it's going to be a little tricky to even stay alive.
Making good progress so far, though. As I say that, she takes another hit of damage, but just gonna heal up once. And then this guy, she needs to lure over here so that she can pogo.
That positioning.
Yeah, this guy is tricky.
All right.
She got
pogo. That's probably the...
homothety, meanwhile. I wonder if, when he sees Kanra Marconis crown, if she's gonna get out.
Important to note, Homothety's got a grub lead right now, too. And that 15 grub goal on the board is definitely going to be very relevant here pretty soon.
He gives up on that one grub, though. Decides not to get it.
Yeah, Spike Tunnel grub without just Mothwing Cloak at least is kind of a pain.
Yep.
Alright, Kanra getting that Hellenist crown check.
Just a mask shard, but it is another goal for her, so it's definitely important. Now, does she go for CG2 skip, or does she just... And also, does Homothety... Homothety is doing the CG2 shade skip.
Homothety is going for it. Kanra's got to stay alive here.
Barely avoids dying.
Thing is, with so few goals being readily accessible on the board, this actually makes like a lot of sense, I think, for Homothety to go for this.
Homothety, or Kanra getting that nice wall jump. A little bit tricky, but she's definitely more than able to do it.
Yeah, as chat points out, being ahead kind of gives you the ability to... You can trade goals. As long as you are trading, you're getting close to winning. And so Homothety setting up for Crystal Guardian 2 here is a pretty good play. Because even if he gives up a random goal and still knocks this one out, he's just closer to victory.
Yep.
This Mothwing Cloak should give Kanra the advantage on grub farming, though.
Well, except that she's going back into city, and then it looks like going down into... she's doing Techisma's tier. Okay, that makes sense.
Dash Master, so the Spike Tunnel skip
She's doing the Spike Tunnel skip, yeah.
Absolutely free. Choosing to do it to the left, though.
I mean, she does have C-dash, so... Doesn't really matter which side she does it to. The left side is a little bit easier.
I'll be curious to see if Homothety chooses to keep clearing out peaks after this. That could make a big difference for the rest of this race.
Kanra finds a dupe Crystal Heart.
All right, Homothety's got to pull off this shade skip now. Ooh, he's got one more try.
He's going to reload the room
Yeah,
rather
okay,
than risk it.
smart.
Yep. I'm suspecting that he's probably going to avoid killing the shade altogether in order to have an additional chance in case he dies to CG2.
That's a smart idea.
As unlikely as that may be.
Oh, Kanra finding 2 cloaks back to back there.
Yep, that's interesting.
Does Shade Cloak do anything for us here?
I don't think so.
Not as far as finding goals go, but still going to improve her ability to do combat and get through enemies. Just makes things a little bit faster and easier and more convenient for her to navigate for sure.
Yep.
Adds a couple more checks that are available as well. I was just about to ask, can you jump off that wall there as Kanra? And, well, I think she just found out you can't also. Interesting.
And now they're tied on grubs. So, meanwhile, Homothety kills CG2. Finds quick focus.
All right, so it's 10-7 right now on goals.
Oh, and Chad is pointing out that Shade Cloak does give access to Cloth.
Oh, yeah, Cloth.
Cloth quest line.
Who's Cloth?
Yes, thank you, chat. Sorry.
I'm blind, chat. Forgive me. Yeah, so that's good. And Connor has D-Dark and Shriek, so... I mean, it's pretty easy to take out a Trader Lord with her loadout. She's gonna finish this grub goal first, I imagine, though, because...
They're both doing grubs right now, it looks like. Maybe. I'm not entirely sure.
Connor coming back to Lem. I think she's going for... Is this for spending the Geo, possibly?
Could be. Yeah, she can get to spend 5k Geo, assuming she finds enough places to spend it. She's just going to go ahead and buy everything she possibly can, it looks like. Just needs to spend a little bit more. Just needs 400 more. And she's going to head straight to Salubra. And there you go. Spend 5k Geo.
Alright. And now it's back to the race for grubs, I've got to imagine.
Yep. Mothday now at 12. Kanra at 11.
Kanra actually starting on Dream Trees here. Or, wait. Yeah. 4 Dream Trees is on the...
4 Dream Trees. She might also get the Fog Canyon grub as long as she's in the region. I would not be surprised to see that.
Homothety's gonna likely pick up the grub here past Oro while doing the dive checks. So Kanra's got the movement advantage, but she's gonna be down in terms of grubs here.
Yep.
In order for this race to be close, I really hope she focuses grubs here for the next few minutes, because she can easily get this goal.
This one right here, so that's a good step. And I'm pretty sure she's still got some Crossroads grubs she hasn't done.
Yeah, I don't think she ever got the guarded grub.
Also, did either of them check the well? Good question. Queen Station Stag, that's... Okay.
Unfortunately, not the most useful stag right now.
Yeah. Both of them picking it up almost at the same time.
Almost as if they heard us.
But yeah, Kanra picking up the Queen's Gardens stag, which is the more important one.
That might make her think about the Cloth quest line. Queen's Gardens also has a couple of grubs that are pretty fast to pick up.
Homothety also picking up Queen's Gardens grubs.
I believe I just saw Kanra.
Is one grub ahead, which is means he can pick up the 2 very easy grubs in Queen's Gardens, and there's another copy of Cloak, which is going to be
that's
helpful for Homothety.
That's going to make Homothety smile, I'm sure.
Yep. Kanra warping back to Queen's Station, is that? I guess she's thinking about other quick grubs, maybe? And yeah, Homothety's going to get his 15th grub right up here, which is a little bit unfortunate. Kanra's just going to be a little bit too slow on that one.
Yeah, she's going to pick up the Spore Shroom one, and there are a number of grubs that are very fast for her to go and pick up right now, but none of them are going to be fast enough.
Yep.
So Homothety just needing
checking Spore Shroom here.
2 more goals. Kanra still can get the Vengeful Spirit pickup from grubs at 20.
Yep.
Though I wonder if she's going to concede that now.
I don't think she can really afford to concede any static goals.
That would be what I would expect as well, but looks like she might be going for the Cloth quest line here.
Yeah, she's going for Trader Ward, so I guess we're...
She doesn't know, but Homothety does not have Shade Cloak yet, so she definitely has the advantage here. And White Lady could have something.
Yeah, true.
Homothety picking up Unbreakable Strength. That's going to improve his combat ability for the remainder of the seed if he chooses to equip it.
Unbreakable Strength really isn't that useful without nail upgrades. It increases your damage by like 2, which really isn't much. Spells are still much better unless you get nail upgrades.
Homothety going this direction makes me think he's doing Dream Trees now, because the Queen's Garden Dream Tree is a very fast one.
Yep. Now, of course, Kanra's already at 1 Dream Tree, but we still...
Yeah, she chose to do the Lake Eater Dream Tree first, which is also one of the best ones you can do.
Yep. The 4 best ones are probably Leg Eater Dream Tree, Queen's Gardens Dream Tree, which Homothety's doing now, and the Resting Grounds Dream Tree, and the Dream Tree above Mantis Village. Homothety's actually not doing the Dream Tree. He's going to check Glove Key. And Kanra picks up a white fragment that's vanilla.
Well, it was Homothety who found Kingsbrand quite some time ago.
Yes, it was.
So, unfortunately, that's not going to help out Kanra too much anytime soon. White Palace being an unbreakable charm, not going to be relevant here.
And now Homothety's doing the Dream Tree. Looks like he is thinking about that goal now. He was just doing the Love Key check first.
Kanra making a sprint to go and talk to Cloth here.
Yep. In order to finish off the Cloth quest line.
And then it's likely going to be a race for Dream Trees after this, but I do think Homothety has a significant advantage on that particular race, because he's now going to be done with the Queen's Garden Tree, and he already started on the Resting Grounds one.
Oh yeah, but it's not like that one takes particularly long, and he only got 4 essence out of the 20 anyway.
It's still a lead. Every little bit helps right now.
But yes, he is going for that right away. Yeah, I think. Kanra's going to go back to Dirtmouth and talk to Cloth. Copy that.
Cloth quest line
Oh, and is Kanra might be doing dream trees now, while homothety is currently distracted by checking crypts.
Yeah, depending on their choices here, this could end up being very close.
Yep. Homothety picking up a dream gate. Okay.
That's always helpful for routing, so that could come in handy later.
Not going to be too impactful for the dream tree race, though, I think.
There's multiple static goals here that could spread our runners a little bit thin in terms of what they need to focus on, between getting 20 grubs for Vengeful Spirit, or going after the hot springs, assuming they find another simple key soon, or going after dream trees. Decisions matter.
They are now both at 2 dream trees completed.
Yeah.
Conrad's going to be going for the one in Queen's Gardens, the one that homothety did earlier.
It's going to take Kanra a minute to go through this Mantis, or this Petra arena, rather. Homothety can just go and do the Leg Eater tree whenever he pleases, as well as the one in Mantis Village, which are both very fast.
Kanra killing both of the Mantises.
Oh, homothety doing Glade Tree. That's an interesting pick.
Ooh, yeah, this one's, I think it's a little bit slower. Especially if you fall past some of the essence like homothety just did. Means you have to go back up and drop down onto it again if you don't have wings. Oof, he misses it again. Yeah, this is why I don't like this tree in this situation. Would have much preferred to see the Leg Eater one and the Mantis Village one.
He's doing Leg Eater. That's 3 trees done for him, I believe. And Kanra finishing up her 3rd tree. It's just a race for the 4th one now.
Yep. And I think Kanra might actually have... where's Kanra going?
Is she going for the Crossroads tree?
She could be, I suppose. I guess given that she doesn't have an infection, it's not too bad of a dream tree. This dream tree, like everything in Crossroads, gets worse with infection. Yep, she's doing the dream tree.
Was that Homothety's 3rd?
That was Homothety's 3rd, I think.
Okay.
He warped out of the Glade one before finishing it.
I gotcha. Thanks for clearing that up for a confused commentator.
This is... Yeah, Kanra gets it first.
Kanra getting it, so... This race is getting a little close here. I mean... That 20 grub
that decision by...
Yeah,
and that decision by Homothety to not get the... Or to go for the Glade tree and then warp out before finishing it, I think was... and Kanra finds a second white fragment.
You hate to see that the person who got King's Brand is not the one who got the King's Soul.
Yeah.
I even forget where King's Brand was, but I remember that it was somewhere...
It was the relic above Mantis Village.
Yeah. I don't think Kanra's going to check that. Ooh,
Kanra might check it if she passes by.
I suppose that's possible.
Homothety, meanwhile, is doing Bretta.
Okay, all right, so
it's going to be... Yeah.
We should discuss right now, they need to find either Shaman Stone or Spell Twister for 1 random goal. They need to find Tram Pass so that they can do the Hive Mask Shard. Or they need to find another simple key so that they can get the 4 hot springs. Those are the 3 random things we're looking for, as well as any copy of...
Homothety needs to find 1 simple key. Kanra needs to find 2, I think.
Yeah, you're correct about that.
And of course, there's still the additional grubs needed that could get the 20 grubs fireball. And of course, there are still 2 more fireballs out there that we haven't seen yet.
That's actually kind of crazy. We haven't seen Vengeful Spirit yet, but... And it could be any check.
Yep.
It's like Kanra's going to Kingdom's Edge. This is smart because she gets a few checks as well as sets up for the 4 Hot Springs goal for later.
Yep. Assuming she can find the 2 simple keys she needs.
But I think at this point, she's got to focus on trying to lock homothety out of anything that she possibly can.
Yeah. She's been doing pretty well at that so far, getting the 4 dream trees just before homothety reaches his 4th.
Finding Shriek. Again, another spell found, but not the one she's looking for. I believe we've seen all the Shrieks now, and we've seen all the dives, but we haven't found one VS besides the one at Groves.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Right. Let's see what's at Coliseum. A Dream Nail, a Hollow Nest Seal. Okay. Nothing too important. I mean, unless there's something at White Palace, which there still could be.
White Palace was an unbreakable.
Oh, it was? Okay,
Yeah.
I missed it. Someone went back and checked it.
Yeah, Kanya stopped and checked it earlier on the way to Cloth.
Yeah.
Homothety has Lantern here. So Deep Nest is going to be a very nice check-dense area for Homothety to explore.
Yep.
Simple key for Kanra.
Where was Homothety's simple key? Do you remember?
I do not remember. Chat, do you remember?
Chat, remember?
That's going to be very important right now. Marmu Relic.
Marmu Relic. Okay. The comeback here relic, as it is occasionally called.
Kanra taking a bit of a punishment here from Pale Lurker.
Getting in some good D-Darks, though.
Man, this Vengeful Spirit is sure hiding.
Yep.
Ooh, Homothety finding Distant Village Stag. That'll speed up his Deep Nest routing significantly here. Deep Nest also a really good place, by the way, to farm grubs. And Homothety only needs 5 more for that guaranteed Vengeful Spirit.
4 more now.
Kanra getting
Void Heart. Okay. Still doesn't have King's Brand, but she's got Void Heart. Going back and looking at what's at Essence again, just for a reminder. There is a Cyclone Slash at a lot of Essence, like 800 something.
Kanra checking trips.
Ooh, Kamate finds wings.
That's going to open up a whole new set of checks for him.
Not as many as you would think, though. There's not a whole lot. Basically, at this point, it only opens up, what is it? Fungal Core and Willow Relic. Homothety's immediately going to go and check what's at Willow. It's Sharp Shadow. Nothing too important. Okay.
Kanra finding another Agu and a Dream Gate. This allows Homothety, though, with wings to skip the trap bench at Beast Den. And there's Shade Cloak for Homothety, so that's, I believe, full movement for Mr. Rando Man.
Yep. Well, unless you count trampass as movement. And yeah, it's also worth noting that we haven't seen any of Waterways yet, except for Isma's Grove.
That's true. I believe Kanra's doing Watcher Nights here.
Yeah, it looks like it. A nice quick 3 checks. And one that typically isn't checked until later in the race, so it's a decent bet that homothety hasn't checked it yet.
Ooh.
There's Vengeful Spirit. That's 12 goals for homothety. That's... he just needs one more.
Kanra is running out of time.
Yep.
Homothety has the Hot Spring in Deep Nest. He's still looking for random goals. Still have Trampass and a Simple Key and either Shaman Stone or Spell Twister to be found.
Yeah. Any of those items could be would basically give homothety the win at point. There should be, I think, 2 more Simple Keys that we haven't seen, or no, one more Simple Key that we haven't seen. Nope, 2 more.
2 more.
Sorry, I can't math.
There are 4 in total.
Yep. There are 2 more Simple Keys we haven't seen. Either of those 2 charms and the one of Trampass. So any one of those 5 items. Well, I guess technically 6 if homothety goes into Kingdom's Edge to find that other Simple Key.
Kanra has found all 4 of our Void Heart pieces.
Finds a Lifeblood charm. I wonder if he'll equip that and go into Abyss. It looks like that's what he's doing.
Yeah, question in chat. You can't get to Hive except with Trampass. There's a shortcut to get there that you can open up from the inside to get back to Hive from Kingdom's Edge, but you can't go from the outside in. You need Trampass to get there in the first place.
Yep.
All right. In Abyss here, Homothety's got access to both the checks in Lifeblood Core, the Shriek check, as well as both checks that are past the Lighthouse, because he does have Shade Cliff.
He has access to everything except for Birthplace. Kanra finding duplicate Isma's tier.
I really think right now Kanra's best bet is probably to go... Oh, she's going to go Cliffs. Cliffs is actually good. We haven't seen Cliffs yet this seed at all, I'm pretty sure.
Homothety finds Elegant Key.
It's really both Cliffs and Waterways that haven't been touched, so... Kanra find another Lifeblood charm.
Of course, Kanra still doesn't have King's Brand, so...
She could full clear Abyss right now if she had it.
Yep.
Ooh, Homothety finding a Shopkeeper's Key. This oftentimes
Shaman Stone or Spell Twister.
One of our random goals from Sly. We'll see what he's got in his shop today.
Yeah, this could be it if he...
Ooh.
Nope. Doesn't look like it.
A lot of things in another seed would matter, but not on this bingo board. All right, Homothety looks like
he's following Kanra into Cliffs.
Yeah, so this is good for Kanra for now. If there's anything that she finds, she's going to lock Homothety out of it.
Except that Kanra can't check Stag Nest.
Oh, you're right.
So yeah, Kanra's gonna hope there's nothing at Stag Nest, I guess.
Come on.
And it looks like she's skipping Joni's dark room. I know we've seen at least one more Dreamer in shops. Have we seen a third?
I am unsure about that. Mozanki, I do not believe I have seen Glowing Moon checked yet, so that's probably also still
we have
available.
not seen that.
Wesker
Kanra
pointing
looks
out
like it's going to Shio.
there is a skip you can do to get up to Stag Nest without wings using Gorb, but I wouldn't recommend that one.
Then again, these two players are probably among the best at these kinds of obscure skips. So if anyone's going to do it, it's going to be one of these two, but I don't think we're likely to see it.
Finding Stagnus Stag at the Stagnus Vessel Fragment. You love to see it. Grub Song, the best single notch charm in the game.
Yep.
Conrad getting rewarded with some measly 80-ish Geo for getting to Shio.
Homothety finally buying Grimchild.
Ooh. We still haven't seen Waterways, but I wonder how close we're going to get to actually seeing some of these more curse checks. There's the D-Dark for Homothety, getting his combat amplified. Looks like Condra's going for the Shape of Moon check.
Yep. Homothety going back down here. I guess there must be a check or two that he didn't get when he was here earlier. Yeah, he didn't get this one. It's just a vessel fragment. And I guess he also didn't get Quick Slash.
Rubber Flies Elegy.
Similarly not useful. Kanra gets a bunch more Geo. The Watcher Knight's chest, what it looks like. And yeah, interesting point. If Homothety continues up to Colosseum, then he's going to find the simple key next to Pale Lurker. Which means that's a pretty big deadline for Kanra. She has to find another simple key and get the rest of the hot springs before then. Oh, there's Spell Twister. Never mind then. GG. That's it. Well, that was an interesting race.
Yeah. Homothety getting that last random goal at the end to close it out.
Yep.
Hello.
Hello. GG. That was a race. That was a kind of awful board. A lot of random goals.
It's about what I expected out of something that required any amount of luck.
Hello,
Yeah.
Kanra.
A
GG.
lot of random goals. Yeah.
GG Homothety.
Yeah, that was something. It was actually
Like
a
I
pretty
said in
even
the-
split at first.
Like I said in bingo chat, I was like just disappointed that I clicked on Shade Gates and it turned.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was
That was like probably a lag spike on Bingo Sing Sin or something. That was like really disappointing.
Were you able to see who got there first on stream? Or
it was
You got there pretty much
Just-
exactly the same time.
yeah, I know I was but Crystal Heart I figured would catch me up, which is why I went for that.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you picking up the Crystal Heart early definitely helped you a lot with
Yeah, that was just
early game.
enormous across everything. And also
Yeah.
probably why I found vertical so much sooner. It's also a little lucky that I even remembered to check hidden station. So
Yep.
Yeah, you put that one off for a little bit there. I was wondering when we would see that check.
I also liked finding Kanra's D-Dark at I think the
I
hour
found
10
all
mark.
3 copies.
Yeah, Kanra unfortunately found both Shriek and D-Dark and had...
Yeah.
But just couldn't find that VS.
Well,
I
that's
couldn't
good.
find anything. As far as random goals were like concerned, I wasn't finding a whole lot.
Well, VS was where it always was, which is to say, the last check at the in East End.
Yeah, I figured you would do deepness,
Pretty
so I
much
was hoping
guaranteed
you
now.
just wouldn't find anything there.
Yeah, I thought, ooh.
It was
one of
also
them
at
was
20
Hive
grubs,
Blood.
if I remember right.
Yeah,
So
there was another Vengeful Spirit at 20 grubs.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
So I was kind of expecting one of you to
I
rush
forgot about that one, dude.
Yeah,
Be-
Homothety, you were at like 16. You could have gone for that.
I was
Yeah, I was
I was at
surprised you
20
actually-
after Beast Den. If I had remembered, I would have gotten that, but I
I was
guess not.
surprised you actually sniped me on both Lovekey and 15 grubs.
I was surprised you sniped me on 4 Whispering Roots, although there was so much spaghetti in
Yeah,
Spirit's
you
Blade.
going for the Spirit's Blade Whispering Root.
threw that one away, I think.
I wanted to
Yeah.
go for the mound one, then I realized I didn't have wings and it was gonna be not that fun.
Oh yeah, Wings and Weaver's Den and the dupe at Wraiths, apparently. I didn't get Wraiths, I got the one in Weaver's Den. But
Yeah, I never got any copy.
Where were
Uh,
the other simple keys, by the
no,
way?
Sorry, Quacksilver, I'm not all Whispering Roots world record holder anymore. It's been taken by expert Greenpath Root Dyer, X to you.
I forgot to stop the timer.
By the way,
Yeah.
Homothety, you were actually heading towards a second simple key at Pale Lurker, or next to Pale Lurker, actually. So
I
even if you
remember
hadn't gotten the Spell Twister, you probably would have been able to get there.
I remember thinking for some reason that I thought Kanra had a simple key based on her goals. I don't remember what made me think that though.
Maybe check Ismos here, but I just
Oh,
used the
yeah.
spike tunnel for that
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you-
was just Spike Tunnel.
Where did you
Conra
get-
found a
found
dash and then
3
immediately.
dashes.
Really?
Yeah, Kanra had a fairly significant window of time there with the
Oh.
dash before you found yours, Homothety.
Dash in waterways.
I didn't find. Did I find that one? No, I found that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
And then I found one
Waterways
at
was
QG
almost
Stag.
completely untouched.
Yeah, I got the one at QG Stag and the one at Distant Village Stag, I think.
I got one in Peaks and one in Waterways. Then I saw
Oh,
the
yeah.
one at QG Stag.
I did not touch Peaks. I was about to start doing Jex and you marked Hallownest Crown, so I immediately shade skipped.
You did the CG2 shade skip, yeah,
Yeah. That was
and then that's basically all that you did in Crystal Peaks.
I didn't even do Shopkeeper's Key because I was scared I was going to die to the crawler and then
I was
live
really
in
low
shame
HP
forever.
going into Crown too, just because I figured you would go for something in Peaks next.
Yeah, exactly. You were just
I was concerned for both of you as far as HP went at Peaks. Peaks is already a scary enough place, and at that point you guys didn't have much movement, so it was
The
pretty...
word- yeah. I was gonna
Another
say-
interesting question is where was Trampass?
Ooh, Tram Pass. Horizontal movement was at Mask Shard Deep Nest.
Hmm.
I kind of assumed Conrad was going to do Mantis Lords after Whispering Roots, because that was my plan.
So-
I was
yeah,
going for
Fungal
them
Core.
right now.
So, yeah, I sort of abandoned that forever.
Also,
I
Conrad,
was
how did
doing
you feel about
random
finding
checks,
all
like,
4
everywhere.
pieces of Void Heart?
Yeah. I like my luck. What can I say?
King's Brand was at the Mantis Village relic, the Journal of Mantis Village.
But pretty much nothing in Abyss, right?
Yeah, at least nothing that,
Yeah, nothing that paid
as
out.
far as you checked. But there could have been something in
Birthplace.
Birthplace.
Oh, they're asking if Conrad wanted to do Soulmaster.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
'cause
I
you were slightly behind Homothety going towards Soulmaster and decided to go to city storerooms instead, it looked like.
It was
Yeah,
interesting.
what I was gonna do is I was gonna get the bench and do storerooms checks because I assumed he was gonna go for Soul Master. So if he was in Sanctum, I figured that if I checked storerooms, I would get anything that was there before he would get it. So if he marked
You were
anything
right
besides
about,
Soul Master, I was gonna teleport back to the bench and rush Soul Master, pretty much.
Yeah,
is
you
what
were
I
right
was
about
gonna
him
do.
doing Soul Master, but I think you were close enough to him that since you had Wraiths and D-Dark, you probably could have gotten Soul.
Yeah, but it seemed like
You
too much.
might have
of
been
a-
able to get Soul Master first, but it would have been a risk.
It was
Yeah,
a bit too much of a risk.
I definitely felt like going for Soul Master was really greedy. Getting all 3 of the claw blocked goals, but
Yeah,
I
I
al- I
basically
also-
sat on the bench and checked storerooms instead because I figured that if you were going for Soul Master, you would rush Soul Master. So if I checked storerooms and found something there, I would get it before you. And then if you marked something else, then I could just go back to the bench and rush Soul Master.
I also
Yep.
had an atrocious broken vessel fight where I had only this my spell and I healed 15 times.
Yeah,
At least.
But I didn't die, which is very impressive, you know.
Yeah, we mentioned that there's no way that homothety would ever die in a race to a boss ever.
Yeah, impossible.
Impossible.
You have no
at least
evidence.
not without it being deliberate, like with CG1.
Okay, I'm still scrolling and I'm still not seeing Shaman. It was buried in Crystallized Mound where we started. We'll check.
Of course.
Very nice. I was doing so many random fast checks and I never thought about going back to the start. But yeah, I definitely feel like Mia not getting the Shade Gate stick off and just not managing grubs well enough lost me that.
I
Yeah.
think you had a window when you had cloak.
I was
and you had
next
both
to my
cloaks.
last 2 grubs when Homonody marked 15. I was heading to like the last grubs I needed for Lufkey when he marked Lufkey.
Oh,
So that was
yeah, I
kind
think
of rough.
I had decent grub routing. The one thing I really regret was going into Kingdom's Edge for the 2 grubs there, but I guess it kind of paid off because it got me Spell Twister at the very end. So
Yeah, I can't believe I forgot to check that.
I
That's
finished off grubs with QG, which was also really good because that got me dash.
Yeah, I got the grub in QG, and that's when I was at 13, so I was going for Sporsherman and Deepness, the grubs, and that's when you marked 15.
I see.
Right as I was
Yeah,
about to drop into Deepness, pretty
and
much.
if you had continued into Deep Nest and actually gone all the way to Vengeful Spirit or Monarch Wings, that would have been huge.
Yeah,
I
I
guess you
wanted
just
to, but then I
know.
left because I wanted to get something else.
Yeah, grub routing can be so weird and it can affect your item routing in good or bad ways.
And yeah, did you check where the other 2 simple keys were?
Yeah, let's take another look. One of them was in Waterways at the
Right.
the upper egg. One of
Kind
them
of surprised you
was
didn't get 5 charms, actually.
Vessel Fragment Basin. I never found that one.
Oh,
I never even entered.
Wait,
Basin
is that
from the
that,
I
top.
never
is that the
checked.
fountain?
That's the
I
fountain.
never
Yeah,
checked
that's
that
the
either.
fountain. Mhm.
I was rushing Clough questline because I wasn't sure how many dashes someone had.
Yeah, there was the one at the QG seal, which I did get, and then
One
One
near
more?
Pale Lurker.
Pillar.
Oh, there was one at the QG seal. Oh, God.
Yeah,
I didn't check that one.
You were both in Queen's Gardens, like fairly
At
close
about
to each
the
other
exact same
time-wise.
time, yeah.
And homothety went left to get the grub that was in that direction, as well as the seal that was his last grub, and you went over to Sportsroom instead.
yeah. I even skipped the seal to get the grub because I was really paranoid about getting sniped after wasting so much time on the way to Quick Slash, and finding dash at a place that could have been super early.
Yeah, I feel like I put grubs off too much, too.
Yeah.
With how close I was to getting them, I could have definitely gotten them earlier.
Yeah, this was kind of hard to route because of all the static goals. Like, I really wanted to rush grubs even earlier maybe than I did, but like I tried to get one of the grubs in Crystal Peak, but then I panicked after Kanra marked LNS Crown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I should have gotten more grubs there. I got like one really fast one, I think. Because
Yeah,
I wasn't
that's
sure if you were
Exile
like
1.
close to Hallowness Crown, especially with like the loadout we had. Well, I didn't have dash when I went there. I got dash after I got out of Crown.
Yeah, I didn't either. I was just on Claw C
Yeah,
dash
same.
which actually meant that I pogoed my shade once, failed the skip, and immediately reset the room because I was too scared to
Oh, do you go for
to
CG2 right
risk
away, or
killing
did you
it.
go for Hellenist Crown?
Oh, I went for CG2 right away. You marked
Oh, I see.
Hellenist Crown when I was about to attempt the Mark of Pride pogo to the King's
Oh,
Island.
I skipped that item there.
Yeah.
I didn't even check that. I just
Oh,
went straight for Hell. I think I only did the shop key check.
Incidentally, I got Mark of Pride off of a dive only no eyes fight, which went surprisingly decent. Honestly, that might be the only defensible boss fight I had today.
All right. Well, GG. Thanks for the race.
GG.
Thanks for coming to both of you.
Definitely had some close moments, so thank you for the
Yeah.
entertainment.
And thanks everyone for watching. Let's see we've got another one tomorrow evening. It looks like scheduled between Gunswing and Sal versus Meatbag. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and I guess we'll see you for the next one.
Have a good one, everybody.